Well, many of us ask the age-old question, where does Earth end and space begin? Go further than that, what lies in the great beyond? Well, here to share what's happening in our solar system is Dr. Joe Carson, Associate Professor for the College of Charleston's Department of Physics and Astronomy. It's great to have you.
My pleasure.
So new discoveries being made all the time. What has been the most major thing that you've discovered thus far?
For me, my own research focuses on searching for planets around other stars, extrasolar planets, that I work on with students at College of Charleston. So a really exciting discovery that my collaborators and I came up with a few months back was a discovery of a giant planet that's orbiting a star system that's the most massive star system that's ever been found to be hosting a planet.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually a binary star, so there's two stars at the center that are both many times bigger than our own sun. And there's this gas giant planet that we were able to both detect and also capture an image of it. And we published in the journal Nature, and it's really, I think, challenged our notions of just kind of imagining what kind of planet systems can exist out there, and even what kind of planet systems maybe life can exist on.
Very interesting. Did we name the planet?
The planet, unfortunately, has a rather not particularly romantic name. The planet's name is named after the host star. So the planet gets the name B Cen B.
B Cen B. Why do we name these things like that as opposed to Mars or Jupiter or Saturn or something like that?
The rule is that if you discover an object in our own solar system, so if it's a planet or dwarf planet or a comet or asteroid, you get to name it, or at least somebody comes up with a personalized name for it. If the object is discovered outside of our solar system, it gets this rather boring name that's almost like a phone number. But to give you an example, the planet that was discovered, that my students and I discovered about 7 or 8 years ago, it had a boring name, but we always called it Derek.
Derek. But that's not the official name.
It's not the official name, it's just between us.
But it's the name in your heart, Derek. I like that. There's going to be some really interesting phenomena happening in the next few weeks, a couple months. So I want to talk about how all the planets are going to be visible in the night sky or in the same general vicinity. Tell me more about this phenomenon. What is this?
Yeah, this is an unusual event that should be happening in the sort of late-ish parts of June, and all the planets in our solar system, as well as the moon, are going to be up in the night sky. So if you're an early riser and you're up at maybe 5:30 in the morning and you look towards the southeastern sky, all of the solar system planets will be up. So if you have binoculars, or even better yet, a telescope, it should be some really, really spectacular
You can see everything just with binoculars?
Yeah, you should be able to see them. Even Uranus and Neptune, you should be able to see them with binoculars.
How often does this happen?
This kind of thing, probably maybe once every decade or two, that all the planets are up in the sky at the same time.
Because there's some phenomena that happen just once in a lifetime or once in every 5 lifetimes, and if we're lucky enough to be part of it, then we've kind of hit the jackpot. But we do have something that comes around fairly often, and that's going to be a supermoon. So this is going to take place next month as well.
Yes, so a supermoon that's happening in mid-June. Supermoon and the large tides that they create are events that in Charleston is very personal to us. We're very much aware of.
Oh, yeah.
And we get a supermoon when a full moon happens to coincide with the moon being at a place in its orbit where it's as close to Earth as it's going to get. So the gravity is strongest. And because of that, we get these extreme tides. So those are the kinds of events that we hope do not coincide with a hurricane or some large rain event.
Here on that one.
Stay dry.
Absolutely. And finally, there was a recent discovery about Voyager I, which anybody who lived through the 70s may recall it being launched into the sky. So tell us about Voyager I.
The amazing thing about Voyager I is that it's still sending data. I don't think
it was sent up in 1977.
So not only did no one expect it to be sending data, I don't think anyone expected it to be sending data 10 years ago.
It's amazing.
And it just keeps on going, and it keeps giving us, it's the most distant object. So the data it gives us is actually valuable data. And yeah, I mean, it really shows that that thing was built to last.
It was built to last, just like everything else that was built in the 70s. It was built to last. So it's past Pluto now, so who knows? Maybe it'll reach the planet that you just discovered.
We'll have to wait around for a
For
long time for that. Yeah.
Maybe not in our lifetime.
Yeah, maybe
I
our
want to thank you
children's
so
children.
much, Dr. Carson, for joining us. This is always fascinating talking to you.
Thank you.
We're back after this.